would go on to win it 38-14. Now, he caught up with former NFL player Lorenzo last night about Ventura's first win on the road, and this is what he had to say.
It was their first road game, so you wanted to see if they could be as efficient, and they were, and it didn't take long. 10 seconds into the game, 94-yard kickoff return to the house by Josh Januska. So it let Rio Mesa know that Ventura is for real.
Okay, and Ventura got this win with their backup quarterback. That would be Rico Stubbs, because, of course, their starter quarterback, that'd be Tyler Smith, got a concussion last week against Agora. This kid is a sophomore, and he threw up numbers. He was 14 of 17 in passes for 155 yards and a touchdown. What are your thoughts on this young kid?
Outstanding, outstanding. It's nerve-wracking enough to start your first varsity game, let alone to be a sophomore and at quarterback. I mean, your team is undefeated, so you certainly don't want to rattle the ship, and he did more than that. He steered the ship. I mean, they looked as efficient as ever. The guy played great. He never panicked. No turnovers, which is huge for a young guy. So I think Ventura's got to walk away impressed, knowing that you got that kind of option in the wing.
Now, if you're the Ventura coach, you have two great quarterbacks that have shown some great ability. Who do you play next week?
Well, honestly, I think you got to go with Rico, and that's not to put not to shun Tyler, but I think he needs more rest with concussions. I certainly know myself what that's like. The brain needs rest, especially at his young age, and so what that does is it gives him adequate time to recover. Also gives Rico enough time to get comfortable at the quarterback position, and really maybe in the future you start seeing them both out there. I thought Rico showed tremendous athleticism.
So does Ventura only have two quarterbacks, or is there a possibility of three?
Definite possibility of a third. In the second quarter, they threw a double pass. One of the wrinkles that Ventura had been using, that double pass, they used it last week against Agora, and Zach Sauerwein caught it, threw a touchdown pass of his own.
Which I completely missed. I'll admit I missed it.
Yeah, so Roger was on the receiving end of that. So we know now that Zach Sauerwein is definitely a jack of all trades, which again gives Ventura a third option like they need anymore.
Right, well, that's good to know. Well, next week, Ventura, they will take on Saugus, but they have some great stiff competition coming up. They will take on Camarillo at home and then hit the road to take on Oxnard. What do you think about those matchups?
I think that's going to be good for Ventura. I mean, I thought Agora was a tough opponent. Not that Rio Mesa wasn't, but I think Camarillo presents something that neither one of those teams has, and that's a downfield passing threat. I don't think Ventura's secondary has been tested enough. They've looked great in all of those phases, but I still think I would like to see them tested a little bit more downfield on defense before I'm a complete believer. But they're playing great, so I'm looking forward to that game.
So who stood out to you last night? We're going to call it, what is it, Booker's Baller for the night? Who was it?
It had to be the whole coaching staff. I thought they did a great job of changing stuff up, which even gives more praise to Rico for handling that from an offensive standpoint. They ran up the middle. They did a bunch of bubble screens, and again, that double pass to junior Roger Palacios. So, and then defensively, they came out in the 34 defense, and that really forced Rio Mesa to stay in the trenches and didn't let their speed guys get to the perimeter. So coaching staff did a great job of mixing things up and keeping Rio Mesa on their hip.